Perfect. All right, so our theme for this week is prana, which is life force energy. And everything has prana. So each being has prana, each inanimate object has prana, and we're all kind of connected through relationships of this life force energy. What I really love about Vinyasa Yoga and the flow of that is it helps open all of the channels and pathways. I don't know about y'all, but I sit in like the same position for a long time each day, and I feel like my energy just kind of gets stuck. And so by kind of bringing in this vinyasa yoga, this flow, the flow of the breath, the flow of linking breath to movement, we're able to kind of open those channels and allow the pathways of the energy to flow through our bodies a little bit better. So that's what we'll be exploring today, is just noticing our energy, notice how it links to the breath. We have a couple of breath work exercises as well. So we'll just go ahead and get started in a seated position. So go ahead and just make your way there. Comfortable seat, press play on your playlist, and we'll gently close the eyes and just start to connect. So go ahead and just find a comfy seat. Feel the length of your spine, rooted all the way from the sits bones to the crown of your head. Gently close the eyes. Relax your facial muscles. Allow the jaw to drop, the shoulders to drop. From here, go ahead and visualize the base of your spine. So draw your mind's awareness to the tailbone area, the very bottom of your spine. On your next inhale, imagine the inhale traveling up your spine to the crown of your head. So inhale in, 2, 3, 4, hold at the crown of your head, and then exhale its way down. 2, 3, 4, down to our base. Again, following that upward pattern, inhale, draw the breath up. 2, 3, 4, out of the head. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, base. Take this at your own breath. Inhale, imagine that breath, imagine that energy traveling all the way up. And on the exhale, imagine that traveling, flowing down. One more cycle. Feel your breath, feel your lungs. Awesome, really good. On an inhale, go ahead and extend the arms above the head. Then exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. And then exhale, we'll twist to the right. So the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, right fingertips tips out behind the low back. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist from the middle back. Allow the shoulders to drop. One more breath in. And then exhale, come back up to center. Extend the arms back up overhead. And then exhale, twist to the left. Find the base of your spine. Inhale, sit up tall. And then exhale, twist a little deeper. Go ahead and come back through center. And then we'll just start to walk the hands forward, allow the head to drop. Find length in your spine here. Extending the heart forward. Nice, go ahead and walk back up. We'll find a tabletop position. Go ahead and meet me there, cross your ankles. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. On the inhale, drop the belly, coming to cow pose. Draw the shoulder blades back, step the knees up. And then exhale, push through the hands. Feel that grip into the mat. Cat pose, really rounding the spine. Follow your breath, link breath to movement. Maybe you bring in additional movement, circle the hips, pause in a pose. Listen to your body. Awesome. From here, go ahead and find neutral spine. We'll meet there. And then we'll find puppy dog pose. So we're walking the handprints forward, keeping our hips lifted, and then just melting the chest down towards the mat. So maybe the chest reaches the mat, maybe it's hovering, it's floating, wherever you're at. If you feel the stretch in your shoulders, your chest, you're doing it right. Just stay and breathe. Start to welcome in, invite feelings of openness, of space. Allow your breath to be expansive. One more breath in. Then exhale out. Go ahead and walk your hands back in under the shoulders. We'll thread the needle from here. Inhale, lift the right shoulder high. Lift the fingertips, and then exhale, we're threading the right shoulder down. Right ear meets the mat. If you can find the bind, let's go ahead and take that with the left arm. So we're sweeping it around, opening the thumb side out, and reaching around anywhere for that lower back. Maybe you just rest the hand on the lower back. Maybe you grab for that right hip crease area, wherever you can find some form of connection. Once you feel your hand pressing into your body, see if you can spiral away and roll that left shoulder away. So we're kind of using our own force to open up that left shoulder, and then we're using the weight of our own body to expand that right shoulder. One more breath, see if you can spiral open that left shoulder a little bit more. Nice, and then exhale, go ahead and bring the left hand back down under the shoulder. Inhale, reach the right arm back up high, and then exhale, place the right hand down. Nice, we'll go ahead and switch out sides from here. Inhale, lift the left arm up high, and then exhale, thread it through. Ear and shoulder meets the mat, hips are lifted. And then go ahead and sweep the right hand around. So we're rotating that shoulder open, right hand grabs onto the low back. Maybe it's just resting there, or maybe you can find the hip crease. It doesn't matter where the hand meets the body. Just see if you can use the pressure of the hand into your body to spiral open that right shoulder. So we're lifting it up towards the ceiling a little bit more. And even if it's just lifting it and rotating it 1 centimeter, that's 1 centimeter more open than you were before. Breathe into it. One more breath in. And then exhale, place the right hand back down under the shoulder. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, go ahead and step that back down. Awesome. From here, go ahead and curl your toes under, and then lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take my socks off. All right, so as you approach down dog, see if you can pedal out the feet here. Maybe shift the hips from side to side. I tend to feel a little bit more tense in the mornings. So just maybe feel that. Maybe feel how your body feels now. Notice where you're carrying tension. Notice what areas feel open. Feel the energy of your hands pressing into the mat, and the mat pressing into your hands. Feel that relationship of the two, the energy between your hands and your mat and the floor beneath you. Nice. Inhale, shift forward into high plank, stack shoulders over wrists. Drop the hips down and land with the shoulders, draw the belly in, hug the belly in towards the midline. Super strong here in the shoulders, lift the shoulders, retract them up. Deep breath in, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, set the gaze forward. Then exhale, start to walk those feet up towards the hands, coming to our ragdoll forward fold. Grab those opposite elbows, let the head hang heavy. Maybe you want to find some movement here. Swing from side to side, shaking the head out yes or no. Just allow it to be nice and gentle this morning. You can bend your knees a lot or a little here. Nice. Go ahead and place the fingertips down on those shins. Inhale, find halfway lift. Think about a back bend here in halfway lift instead of just the flat spine. See if you can draw your shoulders back and push the chest through the gates of your arms. So you're turning the triceps on and you're spiraling the inner thighs out. So almost like a little baby back bend in that mid to upper spine. Nice. And then exhale, fold back in. Gonna ground to the feet, reach the arms all the way up. Then exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Awesome. We're going to move into a few rounds of breath of joy. If you're here on Thursday's class with me, you know where we're going. If not, I will lead you through it. So it's just a breathing exercise that helps kind of cultivate and bring that vitality through the body. So before we get started, we're just gonna stand up tall, like in our mountain pose. I'll show you first. On the inhale, you're bringing your hands into light fists. And then inhale, you're lifting up, out, in V. And then on the exhale, you're gonna bend at the knees and just let go. So let's try that all together. Inhale, fists and the hands. Inhale up, long to a T, up to a V. And then exhale, let it go. You can make the exhale visible. Inhale, or not visible, audible. Inhale up, out, V, exhale, let it go. Inhale up, T, V, exhale, let it go. I always feel kind of silly doing this, but it feels so good. One more round. Inhale up, out, V, exhale, let it go. Go ahead and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Let's start to link our breath with movement. Inhale, lifting arms up overhead. Then exhale, forward, fold back down. Good job, guys. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands down. Let's step the left foot back. So we're coming into Anjaneyasana. Lower the left knee, reach the arms up overhead. Biceps in line with the ears, puff the chest open. See if you can find just even a little bit of the back bend. Then go ahead and lower the hands down, step back, high plank. Inhale here. Then exhale, lower halfway chaturanga. You can always drop the knees here, guys. Inhale, come to the tops of the feet, lift the chest back, upward facing dog, lift the quads here, strong lower legs. Exhale, back, down dog. Settle here. Now we'll take the other side. So this time our left foot steps in between, we're lowering the right knee. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. And then exhale, lower the hands, step back, high plank. Inhale to prepare, reach the crown of the head forward, come into the balls of the feet. Then exhale, slowly lower halfway chaturanga. And also lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, find your back bend, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push the hands to the ground, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Settle. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, gaze forward in between the hands. Then exhale, step or jump top of the mat. Inhale, lifts halfway. Yeah, good job, guys. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands to earth center. We'll do one more round of that, this time leading with the left side. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands come down, step the right foot back, lower the right knee, Anjali-asana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Puff the chest open, little baby back bend. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Inhale, come forward onto the toes. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, tops the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, set the right foot in between the hands, drop the left knee, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands, frame the front foot, finding your flow. Moving from high to low, finding the strength in your triceps. Feeling the back bend on the inhale. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Come back to the breath. All right, from here we'll find dolphin pose. Let's go ahead and lower onto our forearms, keeping our hips nice and lifted. Start to walk the heels of the feet in towards the elbows a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and interlace the hands. So we're collapsing the hands, pushing the outside edges of your hands into the mat, really grounding down with the forearms to lift the shoulders up. Walk the feet in maybe a little bit more. You can bend the knees as much as you'd like. Hold and breathe. 2, 3. One last one, 4. Inhale in. Exhale it out. Beautiful. From here, find child's pose. Drop the knees and shins. Reach the arms forward. Allow your body to settle. Feel your energy. Feel any shifts between your energy at the beginning of class and now. Maybe your breath feels a little warmer, more expansive. Just notice those little differences. Notice how breathing affects your body, affects your emotional, mental state of mind. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Super good. Go ahead and walk both hands over to the right. So we're getting that lateral side body stretch. Staying in child's pose, lower body, just reaching those hands on over to the right. So you should feel that left side body stretch open. And the ribs start to kind of separate. Now let's take it on over to the other side. Feel that length all the way from the right hip bone, through the side of the ribs, through the shoulder. Good, bring it back through center. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. So we'll build our flow from downward facing dog. We'll do it a couple of times together, and then we'll have some time to explore that flow on our own. Let's go ahead and start with our breath. Let's cleanse it out. Take a deep inhale in through your nostrils, and exhale it out through the mouth. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift the right leg high. Then exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Coming forward, kind of in that one-legged plank. Inhale, lift it back up, three-legged dog. Nice, and then exhale, step it through. We're coming to high crescent warrior lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, settle into the lunge. See if you can draw your arms back a little bit. So we're kind of reaching our head a little bit forward and our arms a little bit back. So that's gonna help with our peak pose, is like getting the shoulders back a little bit, helps open the chest. Again, we're honoring the spirit of the pose with no expectations, no attachments, just enjoying the journey. Good, go ahead and interlace the hands behind the low back. Notice which thumb is on top. Inhale, puff open the chest, draw the hands back down the leg. Then exhale, find humble warrior. Lead with the chest first, and slowly lower with control. Allow the head to hang heavy, but keep your inner thighs and your legs heading towards the midline of the mat. So notice if one hip kind of dumps it out a little bit, the weight shifts, see if you can draw it back in. All right, cool. From here, we're coming to extended side angle. So you're pivoting the back foot, that left foot pivots and plants. And then our right hand comes on top of the thigh. We're reaching the left arm forward. So we're just kind of shifting the body from front to the side. Nice. Settle in here. Feel like somebody's in the waiting room. Come on in. So an extended side angle, feel the deep bend in the knee. Feel the weight of that right knee tracking to the outside edge of that right foot. Press the feet into the mat, and we're standing up to warrior two. So the left arm travels back, right arm travels forward. This first round, really find your alignment, find the strength of your body. Stacking your shoulders directly over the hips, reaching fingertip to fingertip. Energetically feel that long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Really good. Awesome. From here, going straight in the right leg, pivot right toes. We're coming to wide-legged forward fold. Hinging at the knees and just let it go. As you flow on your own, feel free to make this your own. Any variation welcome. You can headstand, you can twist, you can take a side lunge or Skandasana. Lots of options from this wide-legged forward fold. All right, beautiful. Go ahead and start to walk the hands forward. So we're transitioning into side plank from here. So what I like to do is turn my right toes forward, plant my right hand outside of my right foot, and then step the right foot back. So it just kind of helps with that, build that stability. And then maybe you lift the left arm up. Remember, you can always modify by dropping that bottom knee. Always an option for you, take it if you need it. Press the ground away from you, draw and integrate the shoulders into the spine. Notice what the hips are doing, see if you can stack them, then scoop up that side body. Nice. From here, we find wild thing. Lift your left leg up, bend at the knee. You're kicking that foot about a foot back, and then you're rotating and opening the hips, reaching that left arm back. You can also do this supported on the right knee. Nice, and from here, go ahead and turn the body back to square, high plank. And then yogi's choice. Do I need a vinyasa? Do I need to add some more heat? Do I find my chaturanga? Or do I just step back and downward facing dog? Your practice, your flow. Listen to your body. All right, go ahead and observe the breath. Inhale it in. Exhale it out. Left side together. Inhale, lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, rock forward, upper body into plank. Inhale, three-legged dog, extend the left leg back. Exhale, step it through, crescent warrior. You're staying on the ball of the right foot to a wide stance. Arms lift up. See if you can drive the upper arm bones a little bit more back. Nice. Y'all are great. Go ahead and lower the hands behind the low back. Try to flip your thumb, flip your grip if you can. Inhale, find a back bend, travel the hands out, half the shoulders open. Then exhale, humble warrior. Dive the shoulders down. Sometimes I heel toe my foot up to make a little bit more space for the chest. Feel the legs and the strength here. All of your muscles in your legs are working to keep you stabilized, balanced, and even. One more inhale. Then exhale, we're transitioning to our extended side angle. So pivot that right foot, left arm comes on top of that left quad, and reaching the right fingertips out. So extended side angle, we have our energy flowing all the way from that right hip, up the side of the body, up the shoulder, through the fingertips. So it's kind of this long line of energy. Beautiful, take a deep breath in. Feel the chest spiral open a little bit more. Contract your belly muscles, come up, warrior two, pull the left arm leads forward. Settle in here, feel that heat to the front leg. Take a deep breath in, set your gaze forward, exhale out. Inhale, start to straighten the left leg, pivot the left toes, coming to wide-legged forward fold. Let's take 30 cycles of breath here. Your variation. Awesome. Go ahead and start to walk the hands back out into the forehead. We're coming to our side hip on the left. So again, set the gaze up towards the top of the mat. I like to turn my left toes out, place my left hand on the outside of that left foot, and then I'm stepping my left foot back and stacking my feet, stacking my hips. You can always stagger the feet for a little bit more of a stronger base, or you can lower that left knee. Scoop up the left oblique, suck it into the ribs, take a deep breath in, exhale out. Inhale, push the ground away, integrate the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, start to lift the right hip, bend at the knee, and we're bringing that ball of the foot a little bit closer to that front hand, coming into our wild thing. Use the leverage of the foot into the ground to lift your hips up and reach that arm back. Beautiful. When you're done with that, go ahead and drop the right hand down, shift back over high plank, and then yogi's choice, flow through your vinyasa, or move back to downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Let's start to flow. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-limb dog. Exhale, high crescent warrior lunge. On the inhale, lift up, rise up. Exhale, lower the hands behind the low back. Inhale, puff the chest, open back bend. Exhale, bow, humble warrior. Round of breath here. And then we open to our extended side angle. You can always bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot if you feel a little open and don't need the forearm into the thigh. Nice. On an inhale, lift back up, warrior two. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, pivot, wide-legged forward fold. 2 cycles of breath. Inhale, start to walk the hands back up, shift that right hand out, right toes up. Then we're stepping back, side plank, right hand down. From here, lift that top leg, bend at the knee, open the chest, wild thing. Inhale, come back to center. Take your flow, your chaturanga, or just move back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. Left side, inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-limb dog. Exhale, step it through, crescent warrior. Inhale, strengthen the legs, rise up. Awesome, exhale. Clasp the hands. Inhale, back bend here. Exhale, bow, humble warrior. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Pivot and turn for your extended side angle. Turn that right foot, reach the right arms forward. Ground down to the feet. Use your core, use your legs, bring you up, standing warrior two. Straighten the left leg, pivot the toes, and find your right leg at forward fold from here. 2 cycles of breath. From here, we transition into our side plank. Left hand comes down. Stack that left foot. Reach right fingertips high. Then from here, wild thing, lift the right leg high, bend at the knee, kickstand the foot, open the chest. Beautiful. Then coming back down through center. High plank takes you through your flow. Let's go ahead and do the right side together, and I'll leave you to yourself. If you know the flow already and you feel comfortable and you want to start making additions, please feel free to take it from here. If you want to follow along with me, let's inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, leave the chest. Inhale, three-limb dog. Exhale, crescent warrior. Your inhale lifts you up. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the low back. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, bow. Inhale, extended side angle, left fingertips down or to the thigh. Then exhale, hinge back up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, wide leg or forward fold. Couple cycles of breath here. When you're ready to transition out of that, set your knees towards the top of the mat. Right hand plants down. We're stacking to the outside of our right foot, side plank. Feel your strength here. Lift the top leg, bend at the knee. Wild thing. Open the chest, open the heart. Then transition back to your high plank. High plank takes you through to the other side. So take your flow on your own. We'll take the next couple minutes or so to explore our practice. Feel the energy of our breath, of our movements. Once you finish your round on both sides, make your way to a comfortable resting position. No rush, finish the left side, round out both. And then once you find your resting pose, feel that energy start to flow through you. Feel the effects of that flow. Notice if your energy feels a little bit more fluid, it feels a little less stagnant or stuck. So notice and observe any little changes in the body. As we make our way into a resting position, child pose, seated, wherever you're at, just close the eyes, bring your awareness back inward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale in fully. And exhale it out. Last round of breath. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful, guys. Let's go ahead and make our way onto our knees and our shins. And if you have a block, bring a block with you. If you don't have a block, no worries. I'll show you an option that you can use without. We're going to come into this kind of camel variation using our block. If we're feeling really tight in our back, maybe we just take a more supported camel with our hands on our low back and just tilting the chest up and back. If we want to feel a little bit more kind of expansive, and we're almost like taking a wild thing variation combined with camel, you're going to place your block, the high end, the tallest height. I place it in between my feet, and I take my stance so my knees are hip width distance. Okay, perfect. So we're going to take this one arm camel variation with our back hand supported on the block. If this is too deep, then what you can do is place your hand on your low back, and you can just flow with your arms up. So that's how you'll take it. If you have your block, go ahead and place your left hand on the block. Start to spiral the chest open. So instead of drawing that left shoulder back, see if you can draw a little bit more forward so your chest is squared towards the front of the mat. Then we're going to reach our right arm long, so our bicep is in line with the ears. Take an inhale in. Feel the upper ribs start to corset and knit together. One more breath in. And then exhale, start to hinge on back up, come on back up, and we'll switch out sides. So this time our right hand tense up behind the block. Start to bring that shoulder forward. So instead of letting it open and slide back, bring it forward. Square off your shoulders, reach the left fingertips back. Gaze is up high. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Let's go ahead and come on back up. We'll see if we can take a little bit of flow between the two. If it's uncomfortable, you can just do hands to the low back, sit back up, hands to the back. All right, so we'll just take one breath, one movement, flow through a couple of times. Go ahead and place your left hand down, shoulders square, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge up, right fingertips down, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lift up, left hand comes to the block, inhale, right fingertips back. Exhale, hinge up, right fingertips back, left arm reaches. Nice, and then come up to standing. We'll go ahead and find seated from here. Awesome, guys. We're going to take a quick release in a hero's pose. We're going to use our block to see if we can come into a reclining heroes. If you're open in the quads, you can kind of take your traditional reclining hero. So if you know that's in your practice, then feel free to ditch the block. If you do feel a little tighter in the quads, I'm usually always tight in my quads. This variation might feel a little bit more So let's go ahead and sit on our block first. We're placing the block in between the heels. And then go ahead and sit on your block. Actually, I'm going to do mine long ways in between my heels so my full sit bones can reach the block. Cool. Place your knees together, sit up really tall here. Feel the length in your quads. Again, if you know you can take this without the block, feel free to just recline from here. All right, then from here, we're going to try to recline onto our forearms. Keeping the lift of the hips here in the block will kind of help open us. So it helps almost like modify our recline here. So from here, see if you can start to walk the fingertips back. We're keeping the chest open and then maybe lower to one forearm and then the other. If this is too much on the shoulders or too much on the legs, then feel free to just stay seated. We're pressing the knees down, feeling the length in the fronts of the legs, and then we're using the forearms, drawing them into the mat to puff the chest up. You should feel your shoulders turn on here. Actively keep drawing the knees down. If you feel them start to lift off the ground, draw them down. One more breath in. Exhale it out. Start to safely come out of the pose. Tuck your chin into your chest. Start to walk the body up. And we'll ditch the block. Go ahead and move it to the side. Cool. Let's go ahead and open the hips. We want to get our hip flexors nice and open. So let's find downward facing dog. We'll take a half pigeon on both sides. Go ahead and meet in down dog. Take your time. Once you've made it to your down dog, inhale, lifts the right leg high. Exhale, right knee meets right rib. Set the knee and shin down. Extend that left leg nice and long. Reach the tops of the toes back so you can get as much as length possible in that left leg. Then, when you're situated and settled, go ahead and start to melt your body. You can stay up, you can use a block, you can fold. Just meet your body where it's at. Okay, awesome. Got plenty of time. Start to draw your energy, draw your awareness back in. Feel the sensation of your hips. Feel the sensation of this pose. See if you can invite in a little bit more relaxation, a little bit more surrender. Sometimes when I feel uncomfortable and the hips are uncomfortable in a certain pose, I tend to contract my energy. I tend to shift my tension elsewhere, like my forehead or my jaw. Just hold that energy somewhere else. See if you can invite a little bit more space, invite that feeling of surrender into the mind and settle and let go. When I'm able to get past myself, my own mind's limitations, I'm able to arrive to the posture in a more easy and comfortable way. Breathe together, deep breath in, fill up. Exhale it out, let it go. Last deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Super good. Go ahead and walk your body back up onto your palms. From here, if it's accessible, let's start to bend the left heel in towards the glutes. And maybe reach around with that left hand and grab for the foot. Maybe you're just bending the knee a little bit and reaching for the foot. And maybe you don't grab the foot in the hand and that's totally okay. If you can grab it, see if you can lengthen the quad and draw the heel in. We want to focus that stretch on the hip flexor, that left side, and lengthen that quadricep muscle. We're not going to stay in here long. Cool, go ahead and release that out. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Maybe shift the feet a little bit, shift the hips, maybe pedal the feet. Notice the right side of the body versus the left side of the body. Perhaps your right leg feels an inch or two longer. Shift to the left side, inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee in towards the wrist. Again, settle that hip down. You can use a block to support under the left hip. Think about lengthening that right leg. So really shoot that right toes back. Our ankles in line with our toes, in line with the hip. And then start to sink and settle once you find that full length of the right leg. Sometimes I just kind of plop my body into it and I don't think about setting it up in the optimal way. So see if you can really find that strong knees where you're getting a stretch in the outside of the left hip and also the front of the right hip flexor. Notice what your mind does. See if you can drop back in. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale it in. Exhale out. Beautiful. Walk back up onto the palms. Taking that quadricep stretch on the right side this time. Start to sit up tall. Draw the right heel in towards the glutes. So you're bending at the knee. You want to keep that quadricep long, active, and then reaching around for right hand, reaching for right foot. Maybe you can grip the two, or maybe you're just reaching in opposition. Wherever you're at, breathe in. Feel the length from that right hip flexor all the way down to the knee. Nice, and then exhale, slowly let that go. Shift your weight onto the left glute, and then swing your legs around. Let's get a hamstring stretch in here. Go ahead and flex the feet out. We'll come to a seated forward fold. Sit up really tall, maybe move the flesh out of the way. Long spine here, crown of the head reaches tall. Draw the shoulders back. Inhale, arms sweep up. And then exhale, start to hinge from the hips and fold. You can bend your knees a lot or a little here. No need to lock up the knee joints. See if you can allow the head to hang heavy. Shift some of that tension away. Come on back up to seated. And go ahead and bend up the knees and we'll set up for bridge pose. Okay, so as we make ourselves into our peak posture, go ahead and recline back. We are going to take a round of bridge, a round of wheel, and then from that second wheel that we do, we can start to maybe think about moving into a forearm wheel. If it is a very intense pose, and if it's not calling for you or not serving you today, maybe you stay working on wheel pose. Maybe you're still building your strength there. Or maybe you're really comfortable in wheel pose and moving down to your forearms is just not an option. Wherever your body's at, just be okay with that. The journey isn't making it, it's not the end all be all, it's not making yourself into the posture itself. So we're just gonna work our way towards there. Let's start with bridge first. Walk your heels in towards your glutes. Or maybe instead of taking a bunch of wheels, you want to take a supported bridge. Sometimes that feels really nice too. All right, walk the heels in towards the glutes. Draw the shoulders into the mat. Then start to lift the hips up. So we're lifting the hips up, hugging the inner thighs in towards one another. Feel the energy of the heels drawing you back. So they're pressing energetically back. press your forearms down, draw your shoulders under a little bit, and see if you could lift your hips up just an inch. Nice. One more breath in, and then slowly lower all the way down. Let's not hug our knees into our chest. We want to keep length in our legs. Let's just stay here. And then we'll work into wheel pose next. If wheel is not something you're feeling today, take another bridge, or you can take your handy block and find a supported bridge. That feels super nice. So those are your options if you don't want to make your way to wheel. For wheel, fingertips facing towards the shoulders, draw the elbows in towards the midline of the body. Start to walk the heels in, and then press into the feet, press into the top of the head. So you're just lifting from here. Then start to lift up, push up and away from the ground. If you have wheel in your practice and you feel good here, your next step from here would be walking the feet forward about a footprint in each foot and start to straighten the legs and push your chest to the gates of the arms. Couple more cycles of breath. And then slowly lower all the way down. Again, resist the urge to hug in, keep the legs bent. We'll just pause for a couple breaths here. I think I saw the chat and I want to make sure. Oh, no worries. All right, guys. So let's start to make our way into our full expression. Bridge, supported bridge, wheel, or I can show you what Dvipada Prita Dandasana looks like. So you're going to make your way into wheel. Fingertips pointing towards the shoulders, draw the elbows in, press through the feet, and lift all the way up. You can just lift to the head first, build your strength, and then start to push the body up. Cool. If you want to try this out, and trying and feeling is always okay. I had to try and feel many times before I felt even somewhat comfortable here. I like to widen my stance a little bit first, so walk like a foot out and a foot out, like a wider base in your wheel. Then from here, start to set your gaze down, and you're walking the fingertips in and lowering one forearm down, then maybe lowering the other forearm down. I like to clasp the hands. Once I have the forearms down, I start to push the ground away. Draw the chest to the shoulders, and then maybe extend the legs long, bring the toes together. Wherever you're at, maybe take one more breath. It's super intense. All right, and then mindfully lower all the way down. Beautiful, guys. Walk your feet wide, the width of the mat, and allow the knees to draw in. And I will say, I have a super open back, and I'm able to get into that fairly easily, but even for me with a very mobile back, it took me years of practice, years of consistent practice to even drop my forearms down. So just honor the body where it's at now. You're beautiful, you're perfect, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now let's go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock, a little squeeze. That should feel really nice. If you have any postures you'd like to take to close out class, go ahead and move into those now. You can find a happy baby. You can take a spinal twist side to side, or maybe you're feeling ready for Shavasana right now. Go ahead and take the next minute or so to ease your way into Shavasana or to make your way into Shavasana. After all of the backbending series, notice what your energy did. Backbends are said to bring a lot of vitality in the body. I call it like yoga brain, yoga bliss, where it's kind of just buzzing all through you. So maybe you're feeling that. Maybe you're feeling a little spent, a little exhausted, a little depleted. Just notice. If you're not in Shavasana already, go ahead and make your way there. Take up space on your mat. Allow the arms to be long, the legs to be long. Close the eyes. And enjoy these last few minutes of your practice. Welcome the silence in. Let go of control of the mind, control of the breath, and simply be. Begin to deepen your breath. On your next inhale, feel your chest rise, your belly rise. And then on the exhale, feel it settle and fall. Start to welcome in movements. Maybe wiggling out fingers, toes, bending or rolling out wrists, ankles, a full body stretch. Slowly move on to either your left or your right side body. Cradle your head in your bottom arm. And then eventually, when you feel ready, push yourself up into a seated position. Once you find yourself in seated, go ahead and close the eyes. Find a sense of gratitude for yourself for making it on your mat this Saturday morning. Together as a class. Last deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Draw your hands to heart center. Draw your chin down into your chest. The light and love in me honors the light and love in each of you. Namaste.